Feminine energy is often misunderstood. Many people assume it requires a dramatic transformation, a completely new lifestyle, or a perfect routine. In reality, the shift usually begins with very small habits. Tiny changes in everyday behavior slowly reshape how someone feels, moves, and interacts with the world. Over time, these small habits create a presence that feels calmer, softer, and more balanced. Feminine energy is less about forcing change and more about allowing space for natural expression. The following 9 habits are simple adjustments that can gradually help bring that energy forward in everyday life. The first habit begins with something incredibly simple: the way the body moves while walking. Movement communicates a lot before a single word is spoken. When someone walks with rigid steps, tight shoulders, and a tense posture, the body naturally projects pressure and control. Feminine energy, however, is often expressed as softness and flow. A small shift in movement can create a noticeable difference. Instead of rushing with stiff steps, allow the body to move naturally. Let the hips move gently with each step and allow the shoulders to stay relaxed. There is no need to exaggerate the motion or try to imitate a runway walk. The key is simply allowing the body to move in a more fluid and relaxed rhythm. Even a short walk while focusing on softer movement can change the way the body feels. Confidence increases, tension decreases, and the energy becomes more graceful. The second habit is something that can be called a micro glow up. Many people believe looking put together requires a long routine that includes full makeup, perfectly styled hair, and carefully planned outfits. Because of that assumption, when there isn't enough time for a full routine, the effort is skipped entirely. But even 5 minutes can change the way someone feels. A quick outfit change, brushing the hair, adding a bit of lip color, or wearing simple jewelry can shift the entire mood of the day. The goal isn't perfection or dramatic transformation. It's simply about showing a little care for personal presentation. These small actions signal to the mind that self-care matters, and that tiny effort often brings an instant boost in confidence and energy. The third habit is becoming comfortable with asking for help and accepting support. Many people develop the habit of trying to handle everything on their own. Whether it's searching endlessly in a store instead of asking for assistance, solving every problem independently, or refusing help when it's offered, the desire to do everything alone can create unnecessary stress. Feminine energy tends to thrive in environments where life feels supported rather than constantly forced. Allowing someone to help with a small task or accepting assistance when it's offered creates a sense of ease. Life doesn't have to be a constant challenge that must be solved alone. Sometimes the most powerful shift is simply allowing things to become a little easier. The fourth habit focuses on creating small moments of pleasure. Modern life often places an overwhelming emphasis on productivity. Every activity is expected to serve a purpose, generate a result, or contribute to improvement. But constantly living in productivity mode can drain emotional energy. Feminine energy is deeply connected to enjoyment and presence. That means allowing room for activities that exist purely for joy. Reading a novel before bed, listening to music while cooking, journaling thoughts, painting for fun, or watching the sunset are all examples of simple pleasures that reconnect the mind with calmness. These moments may seem small, but they help restore balance between responsibility and enjoyment. The fifth habit is clearing mental clutter by using what many people call a second brain. The human mind is incredibly creative, but it becomes overwhelmed when it tries to store endless reminders and responsibilities. When dozens of tasks remain in the mind all day, attention becomes trapped in planning mode. This constant mental activity creates stress and distraction. A second brain simply means storing information somewhere outside the mind. A notebook, planner, notes app, or digital organizer can hold reminders, ideas, lists, and plans. The moment something is written down, the brain no longer needs to repeat it over and over. That small action frees up mental space and allows attention to return to the present moment. The sixth habit is learning to slow down. Life today moves at an incredibly fast pace. Many people rush from one task to another without taking a moment to breathe. This constant rushing places the body in a state of tension. Feminine energy thrives in calmness and awareness. Slowing down does not mean losing productivity. It simply means allowing certain moments to unfold more gently. Walking through a park without rushing, preparing food with patience, enjoying a warm drink without distraction, or taking time during a skincare routine can all help calm the nervous system. When the body slows down, the mind begins to settle, and a sense of peace naturally follows. The seventh habit is allowing life to be imperfect. Many people place enormous pressure on themselves to do everything perfectly. Every task must be flawless, every project must be exceptional, and every outcome must meet extremely high expectations. This mindset can quickly lead to exhaustion. Sometimes a task doesn't need to be completed at 100% perfection. Many things in life can simply be done well enough. Allowing a task to be 95% instead of 100% removes unnecessary pressure. When perfectionism relaxes, creativity and enjoyment return. Life becomes lighter and far less stressful. The eighth habit is giving small treats to oneself. Being responsible with money is important, but constantly denying small pleasures can create the feeling that happiness isn't a priority. This doesn't mean expensive purchases or reckless spending. It could be a warm drink on a cold day, fresh flowers from a grocery store, a favorite dessert, or a new book that sparks curiosity. These tiny moments act as reminders that joy deserves a place in everyday life. They create warmth and positivity that brighten the routine of daily responsibilities. The ninth and final habit is scheduling personal time. Calendars are usually filled with work deadlines, appointments, and responsibilities. Rarely is personal time treated with the same importance. But adding moments of rest or enjoyment into the calendar can completely change the rhythm of life. A relaxing evening routine, a long walk in nature, a quiet morning coffee, or a solo outing can be scheduled just like any other commitment. When personal time is planned intentionally, it becomes easier to protect that space. These moments recharge emotional energy and make life feel more balanced and fulfilling. When these 9 habits are practiced regularly, something subtle begins to change. The body feels less tense, the mind becomes less crowded, and everyday moments start to feel more enjoyable. Feminine energy is not about becoming someone else or following strict rules. It is about reconnecting with calmness, softness, and presence. And often, the biggest transformation begins with the smallest habits.